Hello fellow Peanuts fans, I'm Karen from CollectPeanuts.com. Today we're going over some flea market finds, but before we get started, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and if you can help us out a little bit more, come join us on Patreon.com. Thanks to our Patreon supporters who help make videos like this possible. But before we see what I bought, here are some collectibles that I saw at the flea market, but didn't necessarily take them home. When I go to a flea market, what I'm looking for is things for my collection. That's first and foremost. Gonna find something interesting and unusual and hopefully at a great price. But I also look for items to put in my shop that helps pay for the day, that helps pay for all the other collectibles I've acquired over the years, and a little bit more to help fund everything that I do. Now, let's see what's inside my flea market bag. All right, start with the front pocket. We have a Snoopy wallet here. This is by Butterfly Originals. Love this. This is probably late 70s, early 80s. I haven't actually looked inside. I just bought it. Got Woodstock on the back there. And then we want to be really careful because this vinyl might be distressed. It actually feels really supple. Pretty sure this is vinyl. Since this is a kid's wallet, place for your credit cards or photos. And this little pocket here. Let's take a look. Oh, there we go. Nothing in there. Very cute. Great condition. Love that. I don't think I've seen this design before, but there's been so much Peanut stuff over the years. Also, take a look at the sides of this box. Adorable. Also in the front pocket, we have a Memo Mate. I like to keep little baggies in my flea market bag in case I need to put small things in it. Now this is also Butterfly Originals. See the logo down here. And again, this is vinyl, so we want to be really careful with opening this. Got the little mini notebook in there. Got some sheets of note paper. It looks like it's been a little bit used, but it does still have the pencil, which is great. Time for the main pocket. We have a Peanuts baseball puzzle from Springbok. This one has really big pieces. I can't remember if I had this or not, but it was such a good price I couldn't pass it up. Let's hope it's complete. Now I definitely have this puzzle, but I also know that the box is terrible, and even though this one is opened, I'm hoping it's complete because it just has such a nice box. It's hard to find kids' puzzles with good boxes. I got a neon pink hat. I think this was $2. This is for another project. Some adorable pink knit fabric. You know, sometimes you just find inspirational stuff when you're at the flea market. This was also $2. And then for just $1, I got these 3 Play-Doh figurines. Now these would have originally had a little jar of Play-Doh at the bottom, but that's always missing. But we saw the Play-Doh figurines, and it's got a little stamper on the bottom, so you can stamp into your Play-Doh. So we've got Woodstock, Charlie Brown, and Lucy. And there was a Snoopy, but unfortunately, that one was not part of this set. Okay, next you've been wondering what's inside the green tissue. We have a mug here. This is, I think, Snoopy the teacher, because there's a chalkboard there. And then we have all of the books. Got a globe. It's a little dirty, but I can clean that. This is probably by Determined Productions, but it doesn't really say that. Probably 1970s, 1980s. I forgot I bought this dinosaur. I put dinosaurs in my plant room amongst all the plants because it's just fun. And this one's got, you know, a moving mouth, so that's great. Anyway, and I got this cute little Snoopy. Look at him. MetLife. And what does this have a year? It says UFS on it, so it's pre-2010. Put him right inside my mug. There we go. Perfect. Appropriate for the Badger State. Wisconsin Badgers. That's their logo. I found this guy. He came out a few years back, maybe 10? Let's see, 2014. This is by Forever Collectibles. Show you the tag there. He's not too bad. I think he has a spot on his head, but I think I can get that out. He's got a spot on his back too. I think that one won't come out though. I'm just joking. So I thought that was a great deal. And he's pretty big. He's a little top heavy. Alrighty, we got more below. We've got a Snoopy inflatable here. He is not tested. I have to figure out what this is from. It does say 1969 on it. I'm not sure if that's a character copyright or the year that this came out. Gotta do a little research. I have a Charlie Brown here from Hallmark. He does work. I'm not gonna play him for you. I think I have a video on a bunch of these. And as you can imagine, that means he's gonna go up for sale in the shop. So keep an eye out for him. I found this guy. The ladies who were selling it had never seen this series at their local McDonald's. And I was like, yep, that's because we didn't get these in the United States. But I didn't tell them that until I negotiated the price. But yeah, he's in great condition. We got a bag of plushies here. We have Snoopy the Flying Ace. He looks to be in great condition. This is a MetLife plush. Still got his scarf and everything. And his pleather looks to be in really good condition, which it can be a issue with some of these. And then we have this really fat Woodstock. Oh, but I don't remember him, and I don't think I have him. He's a very different fabric. It's almost suede-like. Oh, this says it's by Determined Productions. Oh, that's weird. Well, now I'm really glad I bought Fat Woodstock here, because this must be a very early MetLife plush, since it says Determined Productions and not like... Well, let's see what this one says. Oh, this one's Determined Productions too. Yep, so that one says Determined Productions. And let's look at this other MetLife Snoopy. Here is the brand Play by Play Toys and Novelties. So that's what I usually expect to see, is something not necessarily play by play, but a like promotional manufacturer of items, not Determined Productions like these two are. So good thing I bought these two. You learn something new every day. But this Jack in the Box, he is not working, unfortunately. I wasn't sure if I had the plastic topped one, since they made so many of these Snoopy in the music boxes, and usually you see the metal ones, but this one's plastic. It's in pretty decent shape. It's not perfect, but you kind of don't expect them to be absolutely perfect. It's not working. He doesn't stay down. Kind of looks like the plastic broke off on the lid here. So he's going to be definitely a showpiece. He wasn't too bad of a price, so that's lucky. And he has his ears, and his nose paint is actually pretty good. His head is nice and white. Sometimes they yellow with age. More Butterfly originals. We have this pencil case. It is in terrible condition. It's still got some of the accessories inside though, but if there were pens or anything with it, that's obviously all gone. And you can see the vinyl is cracked up here, so you can see the foam inside. And it needs a really good cleaning, but it was only $1. And, you know, that's gonna look nice on a shelf. We have a teeny tiny little Snoopy. Look at him, he's so cute. I couldn't pass him up. Let's see, who's he made by? Does it say? Nope. He is licensed, so that's something. I think he's an ornament, probably after 1994. He's a really nice fur. It's really nice and soft. So if you know anything about this, please reach out and tell me. And then our final bundle here. I actually found these 3 dolls as well as this Charlie Brown. All 4 of these dolls here, $10. I was amazed. Lucy needs a little bit of cleanup. I don't know if you can see the stuff in her hair. These 3 dolls are Madame Alexander from the 60th anniversary, so that would have been in 2010. Madame Alexander stuff tends to be pretty pricey. It does look like Linus is missing his shoelaces. You can see Charlie Brown has his. Like, I might be able to repair that if I can. If I can find new cording, which shouldn't be too hard. It's not like these are that old. But other than that, they're in great condition. Don't look too like overly used or anything. So that's a great addition to the collection. So those were my flea market finds. Which was your favorite? Let me know in the comments down below. Also let me know what you would have taken home from the flea market. As usual, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel so you can see my next flea market find. Maybe go into the archives and watch all my previous finds, because there's a lot, as well you can imagine. And also join us on patreon.com where you can help sponsor videos like this, because girl's got to buy herself website bandwidth and cameras and batteries and all sorts of goo-gaws just to make videos, articles, and all sorts of stuff at CollectPeanuts.com, where you can see photos of my collection, buy something for your own collection, and of course, articles on collecting peanuts. Check those links in the description down below. Happy collecting, everyone. Bye. Gotta get Linus in here. Woodstock. Snoopy? Come on, Snoopy.